Greetings, lovely people, and welcome to my reaction to the first trailer for Lanterns. This is the next TV entry into the DCEU, and I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. Obviously, we have not been served too well over the years. I actually don't mind the Green Lantern movie from, 2009, 2011, something like that. I actually don't mind it with Ryan Reynolds, but it wasn't great. And we didn't really get anything in the DCU in the Snyderverse, so hopefully this is a good version of Lanterns. I haven't seen anything of it yet. I'm hoping we get a look at the suit, and hopefully it's not just like CGI. I would prefer if it was like a practical suit and then just the constructs are CGI. Maybe CGI enhancement would be nice, but anyway, that's enough preamble. Let's get into it and check out what the trailer has to offer. So here we have the Lanterns official teaser, for HBO Max. And it is quite a long teaser, really, 2 minutes 21. So yeah, we'll run through it and then we'll go through probably at half speed and muted, just to go over anything that I may have missed the first time around. But yeah, HBO Max, which I think this is going to be on like Now TV in the UK, just for anyone interested. I actually recently cancelled my Now TV, so I may have to subscribe again for this when it comes out. But yeah, let's get into it.
We've been training for what, 2 months?
Oh, Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan immediately off the bat. I do know the casting, so that was a nice looking ring.
You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says you are.
Interesting.
Alright.
Wait a sec. Wait, what? wait, what?
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you.
This is an interesting dynamic. Like, I guess it's like buddy cop sort of dynamic.
He is off here. I can feel it.
This is very Man of Steel sort of. Oh, okay.
This is my town.
So it's small town, like
Noted. But it's the
county sort of police sort of stuff.
Think she hates your guts.
Interesting.
This is a stupid.
Okay. He's wearing the ring.
That's stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green
Oh.
Lanterns.
Oh, well, that's the outfit, I guess. I wonder if that's Hal's or John's. I hope that's Hal's rather than John's, because John typically has a much nicer outfit. I can live with an old Hal being a little bit rougher. Some cowpoke. Okay.
You're old.
I'm not seeing much Green Lantern in this Green Lantern show. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of military stuff, which is fine, I suppose. Got a bit of flight there. We've got Lantern. We actually got a power battery. Okay. Are we going to see, like, an actual construct or anything?
Who are you exactly? Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Interesting. Okay, we're just not going to see anything. And it comes out in August.
The other lanterns.
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
Wait, but that's not even true. Okay, we'll take that back from the start. Let's get them muted. Just pause that for a second, and we'll switch it to half speed, like so. We'll just take it. We'll take it slowly. But yeah, that last line is incorrect anyway, because we already know there's another human Green Lantern, unless this is like set before the events of Superman, or it's setting up that Guy Gardner dies between Superman and this. Either way, like, we know for a fact that there is definitely at least one other human Green Lantern, because we've seen them already. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about lack of constructs, but we'll just take it slow. We'll go through it again. Just see if we point out anything, see if we see anything of interest. Definitely want to have a look at the ring and the power battery as well. Okay, so they're not going... It is still the Green Lantern logo on the ring, but they're kind of... they're doing it a little bit differently to how I was necessarily going to expect. It kind of looks just like costume jewelry, which I guess is a good way of disguising it. But it almost looks a bit plasticky on the green bits. You know, it doesn't really look like Gem or anything. It's like, I don't know. Off the bat, I'm not loving the actual Green Lantern aesthetics, which is a real shame. Yeah, I almost want to say maybe the Green Lantern movie did it a little bit better than this. I am a bit biased on that because I have a few replicas of that specific Green Lantern ring. But yeah, I'm not loving that off the bat. So yeah, we have Hal Jordan and John Stewart, Hal Jordan is the second Green Lantern from the comics. John Stewart, I think, is like the fourth, maybe the fifth. I can't remember the exact chronology. But in any case, these two are quintessential, like what you'd expect as lanterns in general. Hal is a pilot who's a bit reckless, as you can probably tell. John Stewart is a bit more of a soldier type, though. It seems that they may not be going that route with him. I can't remember what his actual backstory is. I'm not too familiar with John Stewart in general, unfortunately. I do appreciate him as a character and everything. I've enjoyed plenty of stories that he's in, but he's not one of my personal favourite Green Lanterns. I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of him. I like young Hal Jordan. I'm not as big a fan of older Hal Jordan, or Parallax, or whatever you want to call him, depending on which continuity and which point in the story. There's really nothing for me to really go over. Like, I'm just kind of talking about Green Lantern, but there's not really much Green Lantern to look at. It's very much we're getting a lot of buddy cop, and I don't mind that. Green Lanterns are kind of intergalactic cops in a lot of ways, so I don't hate it. But yeah, I'm not really. Is there anything in this that we can point to? There's a police department, Tarmers, or maybe it says farmers. I'm not really sure. I can't really make out what that says on the left. I don't think there's really any Easter eggs. I don't really think there's anything to this, if I'm being quite honest. We've got like a town meeting, possibly in relation to what the Lanterns have been doing. We've got the sheriff, presumably the sheriff anyway, who's probably going to be giving them a hard time, especially Hal. Yeah, it's really bugging me. I can't think what Hal's hometown is called. Typically it's more of a city. Not in terms of like being industrialized or anything, but it's just like it's a bit bigger. It's a bit more, there's a lot more housing. I don't know if this is what that is. As I say, I can't remember what the place is called, so maybe I'm a bit wrong on that, but it's not typically this rural. This is very much like middle of nowhere sort of vibe, but yeah, not bad. It's a very HBO show. There's not really. I'm not seeing anything that really gives me Lantern vibes, other than that they show the Lantern ring and the Lantern battery. Like, they're not really giving me anything else. This could be like anything, really. It's just kind of two kind of cops that don't play by the rules, set up against potential murders or potential whatever else, and just, I don't know, gun bullets. It's like there's not even like, we don't get anything to suggest that it's like Luthor Corp or anything. There's nothing like that, and it's kind of a shame. Like the world building is so strong in Superman 2025, and it looks to be similar in Supergirl, and obviously through the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. Like, there's so much world building done, and it just feels like this might be throwing it away a little bit, which is kind of a shame. I know I'm speaking just from a 2-minute 20 trailer, but yeah, I'm not really sold on any of this. This might be a lantern crashing. Like a dead lantern crashing. This is how John Stewart gets a ring, potentially. I wonder if we're actually going to have 2 rings in this series, or whether it's just going to be one shared between Hal and John. I hope it is 2 rings. I hope that we actually have a ring for every lantern currently on Earth. That would be much better than any alternative. But yeah, there's nothing in the crater, seemingly. Or if there is, maybe it's just the ring. Maybe just the ring crashed down. I mean, that's possible. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what to think of it. Got some shots in a bar. Once again, not really showing any Easter eggs or anything. Okay, so we do have a Green Lantern logo on these bags, which I assume is actually on the outfit inside the bags. But this is our first proper look at a Green Lantern outfit, and I mean, that's brown, not green. There's obviously a bit of green on the shoulders. I like the classic Green Lantern logo is there. But like compared to what Guy had, like Guy Gardner's outfit in not Spider-Man, in Superman, wasn't exactly like comic accurate typically. It was accurate to some depictions, I suppose. But like overall, it looked right. Like it worked for the character. I don't know. Maybe it's just not green enough on first like impression. Obviously, we don't see it worn, so maybe it looks better worn. But yeah, I'm not loving this overall. Though it does appear there may be multiple suits. Based on the logos being on the bags, I think both bags have them. You can just about see like the edge of it on this one, and you can definitely see it on that one. Maybe you can just about see it. It's hard to tell, really. Yeah, I'm not loving that. It's not. I don't need it to be bright green. I just want it to be more green. Like this is very brown, as it is, black with brown and a little bit of green. I'd like it to have more green on it. I wouldn't even mind the brown for like the chest piece and the shoulders if like the undersuit was like a dark green, but it looks like it's black. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on that design, that's for sure. I'm assuming it's gonna be Hal's rather than John's, but I mean it could be very similar for both of them. They could end up both being in that kind of outfit, which would be a real shame. It seems like the main issue that they're gonna be facing is this. I don't even know what kind of sport field that is, but you know, is it baseball? Is it a baseball field? So yeah, we have this blood seemingly on the grass. So presumably there's some sort of murder or other great injury there. But yeah, I'm not really sold on any of this from first impressions. There's a lot of guns in this Green Lantern show. There's a lot more guns than there are lantern constructs, that's for sure. I just wonder if maybe they just haven't finished the VFX yet, and you know that's why we don't have any shots with the Green Lantern stuff that we actually want. But yeah, like, there's no use of the ring. It's like there's a lot of military stuff and a lot of like police and a lot of guns, and like this is like the most use we get, and it's not even like glowing. Like there's a little bit of green from it, but it's like he's flying with the ring and it's barely anything. It also looks a bit cheap. I don't know. I know it's a TV show rather than a movie, so it's going to look a little worse than say Superman, but I don't know, it just looks a little, you know, baby's first CGI. I don't want to be that mean, but it's just like it doesn't look finished, I guess. It looks a little, you know, video game cutscene. Okay, we'll have a look at the battery. Not conventional. Not bad. I don't mind. It's kind of like a jar, though. It's like a jar with metal around it. I'm not sold on that design. It's fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. I'm just... Yeah, I'd be lying if I said this is exactly what I want, but I don't mind it. It's fine. I think I'm spoiled so much by the fact that the Green Lantern movie did actually go pretty accurate in terms of the ring, the lantern, the battery, whatever you want to call it, and technically the suit. It was just bad CGI, so it didn't look great. But like it was all like somewhat comic accurate, and you know, say what you will about Parallax. Parallax wasn't accurate. It was like a smoke cloud. It doesn't matter. That movie's not good. Like I'm not trying to defend it. I like it enough, but it's not a good movie. I do recognize that. I don't know. We've already seen such fantastical things from this universe. I feel like this is taking a step back in the wrong direction. I don't really appreciate this kind of change because it is like a change for the worse. Is that just Jon Stewart with a gun? Maybe not. I'm not sure. It's a guy with a gun. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's a gun. I don't know. I'm bad with faces sometimes, so I have no clue what I'm looking at a lot of the time. What on earth is this, by the way? What are they hitting him with here? And is this like a yellow thing injures Green Lanterns sort of deal? Like, is that like a joke here? I don't know. Maybe it's something deeper than that I'm just not recognizing, but like... That's all I can think is that they've just gone with something yellow because Green Lanterns are traditionally weak to yellow. Yeah. Going a bit interrogation mode. Hal being like this is very interesting. Like, I'm so used to Hal being like plucky and like a Top Gun Maverick type. It's like we don't even see a glow here. Like, we just see the green that's on it. We don't see any glow. It's just... And then the Flash is kind of green, but it's mostly white. And once again, like, there might be glow there. It might just be overexposure. It's... I don't like how they've done this. And this logo is pretty boring as well. I don't know. And then we just have the section about the being of no other human lanterns, even though Guy Gardner's around. I don't know. I'm not sold on this. I'm gonna watch it. I'm excited. As I said at the start, Green Lantern's one of my favorite DC heroes, if not one of my favorite heroes in general. And yeah, I am wanting to see what a new live action Lanterns is like, because we haven't had a proper live action Lantern in a very long time since the movie. I know we technically had a Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think also in Joss Whedon's Justice League, I think there was, in like the flashback scenes, but yeah, we never got a proper like modern like Justice League Green Lantern, so I'm hoping that we can get that from this. But yeah, so far, not really sold on it. I hope that we do get a bit more variety of other lanterns in this show. Obviously, they mentioned some of the more funny ones, like the one that's like a squirrel. I can't remember what that one's name is. I can visualize them. I just can't think what the name is. But yeah, with that being said, though, that is really it for my reaction to the first teaser trailer, the official teaser for Lanterns. And yeah, with that being said, that is going to be it for me. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you make sure to like it, subscribe to and ring the bell so you never miss upload. Others complete your thoughts and feelings on the Lanterns trailer, teaser, whatever you want to call it, and everything we've seen from it so far. And I'll see you next time. Bye!
It's been a long week. I feel like I could use a vacation.